This wig's too big. You can't make nobody talk.
Yeah.
In my young Miami voice.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anastassja.Mariah and I am back. Yeah. In today's video, I'm actually just going to be talking to you guys a little bit about, my journey on YouTube. Me being a small YouTuber and just, from where I started almost 4 years ago to now, and just how far that I've came, my struggles and my best moments of YouTube, and what direction I was in and what direction I'm trying to go. If you're definitely into that kind of content and you just want to chill with your girl a little bit, get to know each other, definitely keep on watching. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. I'm laying my 5x5 frontal or front 5x5 closure, but y'all, I just really wanted to film a little bit, like film, sit down, take my time, chit chat with y'all, stuff like that, because there's a little bit I want to catch you up on and talk to you about, especially when it comes to YouTube. And yeah, so I've already moisturized my face with my CoverGirl Clean and Fresh Mattifying Moisturizer. I don't even believe that's in stores. And then I went ahead and laminated my brows down. I recently picked up this Morphe Clear Supreme Brow Sculpting and Shaping Wax. So that is what's on my brows. So they're laminated. They're laminated as good as they can be for now. And popped my contacts in, and I added the LA Girl lip plumper. So I'm gonna actually start on my eyes first, because yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do my eyes first and then we'll move on to the base. But how have y'all been? How has it been going for you people? I hope it's been well, because for me, I haven't been bad. I've had my days, I've had my moments, kind of like what I described in my last video. Well, not the last sit down video. I'm just using my e.l.f. Line and Define eye tape, and I'm gonna add that to the sides of my eyes. But I hope you guys have been well. I've just been not creating any content because I was like down in a funk. I got 2 palettes here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use my P. Louise base and Rumor number 3. This is not like a tutorial. I'm just gonna still share what I'm using on my eyeball. All right. Yeah, Rumor number 3 here, and then I already have my stuff written down that we're gonna chit chat about today. And we're not gonna take too much time. I've been applying at jobs like through Indeed. I updated my resume. I actually did my resume on Canva. Have you guys ever used Canva to like make a resume? You guys hear the fan in the background? I'm gonna need that, so sorry. Yeah, I was applying. I have a virtual interview today with this company. It's a customer service representative position. That's typically what my background has been. My last job was I was doing payroll, like a time and expense associate. So that was really fun. I really liked that experience, but I wasn't there that long before I left. So, but yeah, y'all, I've just been putting in applications. I updated my resume, which is really cute. Like, this resume actually has my picture on it. So it's really cute. I love Indeed. I'm comfortable with Indeed. I know there's so many other places that I could go to apply at jobs, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure if me applying to jobs right now was like the best move, because I think I'm just going through something with myself, like really wanting my YouTube to feel like it's useful and helpful to people, and I don't feel that way. And so it's like I need to be useful, I need to be helpful. Like, yeah, I do stuff around the house, but I feel like you have to do that. So I've been struggling, feeling like I'm doing enough. I struggle with feeling like I'm doing enough. I have 2 palettes here in front of me. So I have the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette, and I also have the Morphe Up Till Dawn palette, the 35A, which I showed you guys recently. So I'm just gonna go dig into some colors here and just have some fun. That's what they are. I want to have some drama, but I don't even know what kind of color scheme. I don't think I have a specific color scheme I'm going for. But yeah, y'all, like, I'm 31. It's like I've been struggling trying to feel useful. I've been struggling trying to find my place. Like, where do I go? I struggle with that a lot. I'm just putting this rosy mauve color in my crease. I feel like all of us want to feel needed, wanted, and the reason why I have an interview today at 11:30, like I said, but it's like one of those open call interviews where you just sign up for it and they're willing to like talk to you. But I don't really want that either. It's like, you don't really want me, you're just you'll take what you can get, kind of. At least that's the feeling that I take it as. Like you're just taking the time to listen to me, but you didn't come looking for me. I'm not in a rush to go back to work. If I do go back to work, I told myself I didn't want to do any more corporate America. I feel like I have the type of personality that these corporate jobs do not like. They just don't fuck with me. They just don't like me. I'm always, like, I'm always gonna speak on what I feel is right or what I feel is out of order. Like, and don't get me wrong, I be trusting the process. But until you explain to me the process, I'm gonna always speak my mind. And I've never really felt like it was a bad thing to do, but I've had repercussions for that. And I am who I am, and a lot of people will stand behind me, but a lot of times you're pushovers for a check. And I get it. Like, when you have bills to pay, you have a home to take care of, like, you just got to put up with what you put up with, but you're not going to disrespect me or be cruel or treat me differently than you treat everyone else because you feel like there's some type of challenge. And I'm not here to step on anybody's toes. I've never been like that at any job. But as you grow, I'm 31, I've been in the customer service field, the call center world for some time, and they want to know where you've came from. They want to know your experiences. But then when you start giving things or speaking on things that don't seem to add up or adding more difficulty to your job, to do your job, or even if you're just coming there to do your job, they don't be with that. My old supervisor told me, you can't just come to work and do your job. Yes, the fuck I can. Like, people have other goals and dreams. People have kids. People have things that they're wanting to do. That's why they come get a job. They come get a job. They come get a job because they want to invest that in something else. You don't come get a job and then think that you're supposed to like sell your soul to the job. Who the fuck gonna do that? Not me. I ain't never been that type, and I mean that. That was a struggle, and it brought me a lot of anxiety, like already showing up to the job every day. Well, it was hybrid, but during training and stuff, I had to be there every day. It was a bunch of people. COVID was going around. People in my training class got COVID. I had just came from Mayo Hospital, so I was still on that, like, I'm still like that now, but like I knew the higher risk that it was being in a room full of people. I think my training class was like 21 of us. It didn't end with 21 of us by the time we got on the floor, but it was 21 of us. It was just a lot. It was a lot. And trying to be, it's like you couldn't be quiet because that would be an issue, like if you weren't engaged. One of my friends that I met during training, early on in training, got let go because they didn't talk to nobody. He got let go because they said he wasn't engaged with not even the class, because he knew what was going on, but he didn't really talk to anyone, and you let him go because of it. And he had a great background. He was catching on to like what we were actually learning. Like, the part to me that's important is if you're catching on to the actual job we're about to do, And when I first saw that happening, I knew something in my soul. In my soul, I knew. And I didn't like that. It rubbed me very wrong. For me, I lasted maybe a month after training, a month and a half out of training. And me and the supervisor that I was given she was also my trainer, and she really wanted to be buddy. She used to be the role that I was. To me, in my opinion, she couldn't move past that. So you want to be friends and shit. Like, I made everybody on my team laugh. I made people on other teams laugh because my training class got split onto different teams, right? So we didn't spend time on the phones like that or anything, which I thought was really, really cool. But we didn't spend time on the phones or anything. So I was like, I would travel to my friend's desk. We could take our laptops over there and do our work, whatever we had to do. Doing payroll is like you have different companies that have a number of contractors, and they give you their time cards depending on different ways that they submit their time cards, and you just make sure that people get paid. That's the overall concept of the job. She wanted to be friends really bad. Like, we had team lunches. We had some virtuals on my team too, so we would go get lunch, or the company would pay for us to go get lunch. Everything was really copacetic until like we can have separate Zoom calls. She would like basically feel away if she was like left out of an inside joke or something like that, or she wasn't updated on something that's going on in our personal lives. And I started to peep that, and I just did not like that about her. I did not like that about her. You need to learn how to separate your wants for friendship, your wants for inclusion. You are a supervisor now. If you want to go be buddy-buddy, go be buddy-buddy with your other supervisor friends. Like, we were not stunting her, but she was not liking the fact that I made it known. Like, we would have one-on-ones to know how we're feeling, and everything would be fine up until it got to stuff that, to me, didn't have nothing to do with the actual position. When I told this woman, you know, I come here to do my job, and I do a great job. I was keeping the team numbers up. When I told her that I just come here to do my job, she's like, you can't just come here and do your job. Why I can't? Like, the whole point of me being here, the reason why y'all hired me was to do my job. You can't make somebody want to move up in the company. Like, I was perfectly fine with just being, you know, doing my thing. It was my first time doing it. It's my first time in, like, payroll in the first place. Why would I'm not thinking about that right now. Like, I'm just getting out on the floor. I'm just getting, like, the bonuses that, you know, I'm being included for the bonus program and stuff like that for doing a good job. And she just started getting more and more nitpicky on me. I'm not your slave, even though you're paying me. I'm just never gonna be, I want to do what I want to do. And if you want to know and you're gonna ask me what I want to do, then you need to be okay with the answer that I give you. It was this whole, like, you're not quiet, you're not engaged with the team, like, da 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 da. We love having you on the team, but you don't really talk. You can't make nobody talk. I just feel like as long as I did my job, then everything was fine. So I left. I ended up leaving, and then I moved on to YouTube, you know? So that's where I am now. But yeah, like, that was the whole reason why I left that job. I'm like, you know, and it's nice to have the time. And I'm thinking, like, in my mind, I'm like, I really want to do YouTube. So that's what I started to focus on. But child, this YouTube journey here. As a small YouTuber, I've been doing this shit now for, like, going on 4 years. Now, I won't say I was consistent or anything, but it's definitely, I know I uploaded my first video sometime during the summertime, like July, but that video is like hidden or something by now. And I really did it for fun. I wasn't really consistent at that time. That was still when I was working like 2 jobs or whatever. You know, over the years, I've learned a lot. I've upgraded, you know, not products, but the equipment. I started on my phone, just like a lot of other people. Some people are still very successful on their phones, so I'm definitely not knocking the phone hustle. Got really into it. I was able to invest a little more into the products that I wanted to try and review, and falling more and more in love with makeup. I'm still very, very, you know, drawn to YouTube. I love to watch YouTube, so I consume YouTube, but I also do it. And in the very beginning, I was watching a lot of beauty, and I was more so vlogging. And then I watched more educational YouTube videos, and they told you need to niche down. So then I decided no more vlogs, no more story times. Let's just focus on makeup. And that's what I really wanted to do, was focus on the makeup. So when it came to YouTube, for me, I really found it fun. But I didn't really know anybody else who was doing YouTube too. So I kind of felt like I was weird. So when I would go out in public, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing, like, holding my camera out and talking to it. But then I did, because I was also doing vlogs. And on your phone, it's different. Like, when you're doing YouTube from your phone, you kind of feel a little more comfortable because you know everybody has a phone. But once I got my camera, like my first camera, my Canon M50, that's when the real major anxiety, it really take over, because I felt like everybody was looking at me. I still have a lot of those insecurities now, even at, you know, 4 years in. I still think people are staring at me, and they probably are just like interested, because I don't really see people vlog around me, but I can imagine if I went to like LA where all the vloggers are, I would stare at them. I'd watch them for a little while just to see what they're doing, like so I get it, but I didn't get it in that moment, if that makes sense. So I love YouTube. I love to talk to the camera. I love to do makeup. I love to like watch my content back and like review it, and I'm like, oh, ooh, yeah, like I could have did this here, I could have did this here. It just, I started to get maybe insecure a little bit. I started to feel like, you know, there's only so much I can do, and it takes a lot of time to like make content. It takes a lot of time to make the final step. It's a learning process. Like, it started with editing, learning how to edit on my phone. I was using iMovie, And then once I got my first camera, I got a laptop too, maybe around the same time that I got the camera, because I didn't see the point of like having a camera and then not knowing where I was going to upload the footage to, you know, because it's hard to upload it on your phones. I ended up getting a laptop when we got our first stimulus check, and then I had some like 401k money from another job that I had been saving. So I would start watching like a lot of educational videos, and I used to like consume to where I wasn't doing anything, if that makes sense. Like I would take notes. I'd have books and books and books and books and books and books of notes. I'm going in with 2 primers today. The one that's going to be used in my T-zone is the Farsali liquid powder, and then for the remainder of my face I'm going to use the Essence Fix and Last makeup gripping jelly primer. All right, so boom, fast forward 4 years later. We're still not at 1,000 subscribers. I've gotten pretty close, but I think a lot of the traffic that I had once accumulated was because of like smoke sessions and story times and basically things that were not allowed. You're not allowed to actually be doing on YouTube. I ended up privating those videos, and so now I'm basically starting over when it comes to, you know, gaining my perfect sub base, my perfect viewer, you know, and I'm okay with that. Right now we're at 955, so we're 45 subscribers away from being at 1,000, and the 1,000th person I might do like a giveaway. But, and don't mind the white that's appearing on the face. The Farsali liquid powder is clearly a powder. It's gonna keep the oils down for me. I'm always taking in a lot of information and going off what people say, but then that ends up being a little overwhelming for me. We're going into the Rare Beauty foundation today, and I have mine in the shade 500N, but it ends up being a bit overwhelming for me at times. Ends up being a little overwhelming for me at times because it doesn't take much for me to get knocked off my momentum. I could be having a good week and then something happens and I mean everything gets stopped. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to work on still pushing through and treating this more like a business. I struggle with that. I struggle with treating this like a business because I should. Even if I'm not getting what I think the views that I should deserve, I do enjoy doing this, so I need to just continue to push through it because that's just what's gonna happen. Every person's not gonna like your video, and I have to, now that I've like removed videos that people was driving a lot of viewers to, now that I've removed them, you know, the ones who were here for that are leaving, and then it's kind of messing up my analytics, so then YouTube's not gonna push what I would like them to push, and then that discourages me because, you know, if you're a YouTuber yourself, a small YouTuber yourself, then you know that it takes a lot of time to create one single video. It takes a lot. Like, it takes a lot of editing and time you put into it, and I don't think people realize that. So it's discouraging once you finally come out with a video and you're proud of it, you've played it through, like you could watch it all day, your own video all day, and then nobody watches it. And then on top of that, especially if you're not around a group of people or a social group that is creative or maybe doesn't, you know, isn't into what you're actually making content for, or, you know, people have different hobbies, and some people have no hobbies at all. Some people don't do anything. But you still can't expect those same people who, even if to you they have free time, I can't expect somebody to want to watch a makeup tutorial or, you know, comment, subscribe, things like that. So I'm honestly I feel like I'm just gonna start fresh. I'm starting fresh. I'm still considering like it's the very beginning, like it's video number 1. But yeah, I'm starting from the beginning, and I want to find the perfect, you know, supporters for me. There's enough supporters that go on YouTube on a regular daily basis. All these videos that are uploaded per minute, I forgot what they said it was, like 500,000 a minute or something like that. Start from the beginning. Do what I like and whatever you guys suggest. I try to use my community tab to communicate with you guys too. And those of you who have been here since day one, which I really be feeling like I don't have any day ones that are like still subscribed to me. I feel like the day ones were only there to watch me smoke weed, which I still do. But when people come see me, I want them to think of something else and not necessarily think about me smoking weed. You know, I'm a lot more than just a weed smoker, boo. So we're gonna contour with the NYX Wonder Stick. I have mine in the shade Deep Rich. So for the direction of my channel, I really want to be authentically me. You know, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not no super hype person. I'm goofy as hell now. I just want to be authentic to myself, be true to me, and the people who like that kind of energy are gonna get that kind of energy, and they're gonna be here to stay. It's like when you consume so much personalities, different personalities, you end up almost not acting like them, but acting like them, if that makes sense. It probably don't. And I didn't like that. I want to be me. Like, I curse, you know. What they say, cursing like a sailor? I don't think I curse like a sailor, but I do curse, boo. But basically, everything is like a risk, you know. You have to take a chance on everything because you just never know. I could do videos for the next 6 months and still get nothing, you know. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This was like a smaller size that you can buy, like the mini sizes from Sephora. And I thought this would be a color that I can use all over my face, and it's not. So I just use it to add a little moisture to my under eye area before laying my concealers down. But I want to continue with beauty, lifestyle. Once I go back to work and stuff like that, I'll be able to, you know, do a little more because the money that I'm going to be making will just be put back into the channel. But I want to do, like, you know, get unready with me's and resets, weekly resets, monthly resets, clean with me's. I'm really a regular degular type of girl, okay? A lot of people think that I just want this fast life. I mean, it's fun to like take a trip, and in the future I'd love to, you know, travel some more and show you guys where I'm going when I'm traveling. But I don't have any rush for that. I really am introverted and I really do get social anxiety. It's a lot for me to take in half the time. My goal is to reach 1K subscribers by the new year. So I need you guys' help. You know, I'd love for you guys to share my videos with your friends and your family and your neighbors and convicts who have phones. For real, they be having phones. So if you can share it with if you have any convict family members or friends or cousins, I don't care if they're in prison, you know, if they just want somebody to laugh at. They don't have to be into makeup to get a good laugh by me. I'll probably never let YouTube go, but I'm just trying to learn now to just have fun and stop thinking and looking at the numbers. Like, if there was a way that I could just turn it off, because at one point, you know, you could hide your subscriber count. I think just recently they sent everybody like this thing on their phone in your YouTube analytics that they're gonna be making it public. Now you guys can see that I'm at like 9:55, and I don't care anymore. Who's for me is gonna be for me. My time is gonna be my time. And I'm still going to be happy for people who it's their time. I'd love to see people celebrate themselves. Being able to make a career out of YouTube, it's fun. But I have to continue to remember that it is a journey, not a race. And believe me, I know that it can be easily forgotten. Like, it's very easy for people to just be like, oh, especially when you're doing this and it's taking so much time and you're doing it for free. Oh, baby, I get it. This ain't paying the bills. And when it do start, you know, producing some type of income, it ain't gonna be nothing to, you know, give me that luxury lifestyle just like that. I mean, you never know. Some people have some really bomb success stories. The next concealer that I'm actually using for brightening is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer, and I have mine in the shade 47S Tan Deep Sand. Love this concealer. I was gonna use the Morphe. Let me know if you tried the new Sephora Best Skin. I don't know if it's Sephora Best Skin concealer, if it's just the new Sephora concealer, but someone told me it's like the original Elle Camo concealer. and it dries down pretty fast. And I already have some that dry down pretty fast, and it's already a hassle. So even though it's affordable, I might skip on that one. Okay. Honestly, the struggles for me when it comes to YouTube has just been consistency. It's consistency, because doing things for free for me is very hard to do. And this is something that literally can keep me up for hours, you guys. I end up being so excited and so proud, and I might get 50 views in a week. I've been working on like my thumbnails. I love to look at the progress over time, because I know that I've been taking notes, you know. So it's just, my time's gonna come, and like I said, still celebrate people, because their time is their time. And to the people who are gonna hate, when your time comes, you won't even see them at that time, you know. You won't even see them no more. I have a cream blush actually that I want to get into. This is the Smashbox Halo Sheer Stay Color Tint. I got mine in the shade Terracotta. It's supposed to be a matte finish, or a matte formula. I have like this burn. I'm gonna use the all-nighter to set, but then I have another powder that I'm gonna use to brighten. I'm just putting this over all the areas that I either had cream blush or the concealer. I'm gonna go back with another powder to brighten, and then of course a powder to set the rest of my face. Those are my struggles. The best parts is really just watching my finished work, seeing that, you know, the thumbnail had people click on it, seeing that, you know, someone commented. I love seeing people actually like communicate with me on my community tab, especially when I was sad. I don't know, I never really had that, and then the next thing you know, someone actually commented and said something, and I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you. I have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation Powder. Mine is in 375 Amber, which is actually what I wear in the foundation. Well, I have two shades that I mix together. This is my outlet to create and be pretty, work on my confidence. It makes me feel good, you know. I added some lashes. We're gonna go highlight. I have the Rimmel Jelly Highlighter Illuminator. This is in Shifty Shimmer, so it's like this. It's more icy. I ain't gonna hold you. It is cute. It look crazy right now, but believe me, it's gonna come together, boo. When it comes to like me getting knocked off of everything, and y'all may notice that I'm gone and I haven't uploaded, but yet my banner says I upload every week. Like I'm still, you know, working on trying to push through when things like that happen. I'm gonna bronze with the Winky Lux Coffee Bronzer in the shade Espresso, but I struggle so much with that. But just know, things are gonna change, but I really do need y'all help, you know, keeping me, like, hold me accountable, you know what I'm saying? If you've noticed that, and this is someone who supports me, if you've noticed that I haven't uploaded a video, definitely reach out to me on the comments on another video or the community tab on like a post I've made. I will be happy to like check up on your girl, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of friends, and it's not because I don't want them, it's because I'm the type of person, like, I don't really speak unless I'm spoken to. Back in the day, I used to be that person. I used to be the person running in the streets, doing all types of shit with people who, all in all, didn't really support me, didn't really want to see anything good for me happen. They were just using me for my car, to get around, things like that. It's very hurtful. And when you come to the light and you go through a traumatic experience like I did in 2020, and you see life flash before your eyes like that, which I do plan on doing like a story time to tell y'all that story. I think I'm in a place now where I can talk about it, but when you go through like a traumatic experience that involves people, and then in that experience there's a bunch of strangers that will stand around and almost watch you, they could literally watch you have your life taken, and they're too scared to call the police and things like that. Like, that shit there, my boy, It's traumatizing. So I just let people be themselves. Like, I mean, of course you're gonna let people be themselves, but I don't really put any pressure on friendships or anything like that. Jealousy, envy is a real thing, people. It's a real thing. People really be out here waiting for your downfall. I hate to say it, but it's very much so true. People really be out here waiting on your downfall. I'm gonna blush my face with the blushed Juvia's Place Blushed Palette Volume 1. I'm gonna use that orange shade down there. Let me fill in my brows because I know y'all probably like, girl, what the fuck's going on? So I have these Morphe micro brow pencils. I have Java and I have Chocolate Mousse. Using Chocolate Mousse on the outer edge, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add Java to the inner portion of my brow. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz my face with the NYX Bear With Me again. And then I have this Morphe Glow Show highlighter in Gilded Glow. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Professional Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this is in Brightening Peach. I'm gonna actually use that to brighten. For all over, I'm gonna use the Becca, what is this even called? It's the Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil. And I have mine in the shade Atmospheric 5. So my hair is how it's gonna be for this video. I added a little something to my under eye, added some beauty marks, might have went a little overboard with that. And then I added that Juvia's Place liquid eye stuff to like the inner corner. Thought it brought it together very well, and it goes with the highlighter, the Rimmel jelly highlighter, really well. So it's giving, you know, cotton candy realness with a bit of like ice, like an icy cotton candy. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm getting. So last but not least is setting spray and then my lips. So I did want to talk about one more thing, which was like old versus new, like what I used to do before on my channel versus what I want to do now. And before on my channel, I had no type of structure. You know, I was trying to just do what was cool, using all the copyrighted music you can use. I'm going into a lip liner. I have the Huda Beauty lip contour in Rich Brown, and then I have the KKW Beauty lip liner in Nude 3. But I think I'm going to use Nude 3. My target audience is African American men and women who love to help their self-esteem by making themselves feel good. Real current day, we can talk about current day gossip, and you know, it's good vibes over here. We're not here to bully anybody, we're here to celebrate other people. We're gonna try new products and things like that. Laugh, we're gonna cook, we're gonna clean, we're gonna do the stuff, but we're gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be starting my fitness journey with you guys too, and I feel like I'm so damn out of shape, and I'm not a fat girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my endurance is terrible. Like, my stamina is down. I'm actually gonna go into this Milani matte lipstick in the color Peony, but it's all a learning experience. Like, you don't come on YouTube just thinking you know what's gonna work for you, but you definitely want to remember to stay true to you. I know they say like you want to try trends and stuff like that, but hopping on a trend all the time is not gonna necessarily help you, especially if you can't keep up with the trend. I think the only thing now that I'm going to end up trying to follow is the short form videos. I'm still going to do short form videos. One, they're easier to edit. Two, it gets people's attention. And I think YouTube updated like their analytics to where, or not the analytics, but updated the YouTube as a whole, so that when you do upload a short, it will take you to that person's long form content. So hopefully that helps. And I'm also stopped putting like a cutoff time on my videos, like straining myself to make a video 10 minutes, 15 minutes, anything like that. Like, you guys are just gonna get what you get, okay? Like, I cut so much stuff out. Oh, I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Cinnamon Roll. I feel like a chit chat get ready with me can't take like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, a chit chat get ready with me, a chit chat anything, like 30-40 minutes, okay? And that's what y'all gonna get. And those who like that kind of stuff and can relate to the stuff I'm talking about, you'll like it. And that's the kind of audience that I want. For my target audience is people who don't mind sitting with me, talking with me, getting to know me, interacting with me, commenting on this different stuff that I'm talking about. Like, that's what it is. So small YouTuber gang, we're on the road to 1,000 for real. So I'm basically, for me, in my mind, I'm starting from scratch. I love all of you who are here, and if you are day one, which you probably won't comment, you may not have even made it to this point, but if you have, I mean, I'd love for you to comment and let me know that you've been around. If you are a new viewer, like, just know that I appreciate you just as much. It may not happen for me now, and it may not happen at all, and I have to be okay with that. Will I still turn on the camera and make a video because I enjoy it? Yes, overall the answer is yes. So I just decided, don't look at the numbers, don't pay attention to that stuff. What's for you is going to be for you when it's supposed to be for me. That's pretty much it. That sums it up, and I thank you guys for making it this far. Let me know if there's other stuff you want me to talk about. I have to do my top 5 concealers and setting powders because a young lady commented on one of my videos recently. She asked for that, and I thought that was really sweet, and I just, honestly, that one comment just made my whole entire day. Like, you want to see something from me. What? You want to see something from me? Like, girl, why not? It ain't hurt nobody, and it's helping you. It's helping you, and it's gonna help anybody else who happens to view my channel, because this is what y'all get. Y'all get me. This is just who I am. My face is giving. Yeah. And my young Miami voice. Yeah. This wig's too big, by the way, y'all. So, like, if you only knew that the back is not even like flush to my head at all. You know, until next time, people, keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Enjoy your day. Eat a good meal. Smoke a fat blunt. Have a great drink. And y'all be safe out there. Stay away from the COVID and the monkeypox. And I hope you stay blessed. You know, keep your faith. And whatever you have your faith in, keep your faith, you know. So I will see you guys next time. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I love y'all. Small YouTuber gang on the road to 1K. Anastassja.Mariah. And I'm out. Bye.